Hello, everyone, and welcome to an average day in my life as a tattoo artist. I am an early riser. I don't know why, I've always been. And I got up today at 8:30 in the morning and had my breakfast, and I'm sitting down to finish some graphics and some drawings for the week. On my Patreon, I post Flash 3 months early, and when that 3-month period is over, I go ahead and post those Flash for the public. And what I'm doing right now is making a little graphic to share the Flash pieces that I have currently available with everyone. This is a sparrow and sword piece that I'm hoping somebody will book for maybe their sternum or their chest. It would be awesome large scale. Hopefully somebody picks that up. It takes me about 25 minutes to walk to work, and I do so pretty much every day unless it's really nasty out. And it's a beautiful walk through the downtown core. This morning, I'm getting those Flash pieces that I mentioned ready to pin up on the flashboard that we have in our lobby. The other way to see what Flash I have available at any given time and pieces that I'm particularly excited about is to book in for a tattoo with me and come peruse the flashboard. Right now, I'm just cutting some pieces out and I'm getting ready to pin them on the board. I've come up with some spring Flash. So we've got this watering can with tulips and daffodils, this stunning butterfly piece, which I'm so excited to be tattooing in just maybe a week from now, some crystals that are ready to be posted up, and I can never resist drawing a unicorn. I have always been a horse girl. And I don't know, I think horse girl is a gender neutral term, speaking as a proud former, if not current, horse girl. Then I'm just heading out to the flashboard in the lobby, which has Flash pieces from everyone in the shop, from Co, Nat, and myself. And I'm just taking a little look and rearranging things. These are all 3 of our Flash pieces that are up for grabs. And you can come and see them anytime you're by the shop. I'm always so early and set up for my 11 a.m. appointments, so I'm taking the time right now because I believe it must be a Thursday because it's watering day. I'm going to go around and water all the plants in the shop. I have had a request to do a plant tour of the shop. I'm not sure how exciting that'll be given it's literally only unkillable plants like philodendrons, pothos, and ZZ plants, snake plants, that kind of thing. They're all unkillable, and to this day, I don't want to put any jinx on it, but they've all survived, and I'm pretty darn proud of myself for that, I've got to say. Pretty much every single plant that you see here was a gift, either from my bestie Ian, who has the greenest thumb of anybody I've ever met, or from clients or friends. That aloe vera plant there is a gift from my mentor from when my tattoo shop first opened in 2023. 10:45 means it's finally ready to get ready to tattoo for the day. I have been doing this a very long time and I have a system down and in place, so I know exactly what I'm going for every single morning, so my setups never really take longer than 10 to 15 minutes or so. My first client of the day is Francis, who has a huge back piece, and for that I grab a giant shading needle called a Magnum. This is a 27 mag, and it's one of the biggest cartridges that I've ever been able to find. And I'm going to grab my Bishop liner and my Bishop packer, and we're going to get set up. One of the most underrated parts of tattooing that goes unacknowledged is how many steps and care goes into the actual tattoo setup itself. From hygiene to supplies, I think there's just so much of this that goes unrecognized. It takes a very long time to learn proper hygiene protocols, and I personally am an absolute stickler for it. If you work in my shop or you apprenticed under me, you are going to learn all about it. It really should be a tattoo artist's top priority. My favorite part of the setup is choosing colors. This is actually pretty reduced. The economy says that I'm not allowed to buy every single colored ink that I see anymore, so I've cut it back to what you see here. I divide things onto the cool tones on this side and the warm tones on the other. And these are some of the colors that we're going to be working with today for Francis. Some of my very absolute favorites. I pretty much only work with Eternal ink, Solid ink, and Starbright ink, though I do have the occasional Fusion as well. Francis is super tough. This is his only tattoo, and it is gigantic. We've been working on it since 2020, and I'm super, super proud of the results. The tattoo is of a phoenix, but it is a rainbow that starts from the right shoulder and goes from reds to pinks and oranges and yellows. And then as the feathers progress down his sides, it goes all the way down his thighs and close to his knees. They turn into this really beautiful, cool toned rainbow. So we're moving into purples, blues, turquoise, and greens. I can't value clients like this enough. They are absolutely the backbone of my operation and are truly patrons of my work. I would not be here without them, especially the ones who have been seeing me for years. I'm so grateful, and I'm so lucky to be doing what I'm doing. We wrapped up for the day around 1:30, and I'm doing my teardown here. We're about to clean everything and get set up for our next session, which starts at 3 o'clock. I'm just taking my Cavi wipes and we're just making sure to get everything really wet here so that it sits wet for 2 minutes so that everything is sterilized and clean. We, of course, run an aseptic technique here. We make sure that everything is as clean as possible, but as we're not in a surgery or like a hospital, we can't do a fully sterile setup, though our needles are and many other aspects of the tattoo process are. We do call this an aseptic technique and not a sterile technique. I'm just taking apart my machines, giving them a little clean. Sometimes I'll give them an oil too if they need them at this point, but otherwise they're just going to dry and get ready for my next session. Around 1:45, we're all done tearing down and I am heading out to grab some lunch. I am very lucky to have a lot of options in my area, but because I am allergic to gluten and I can't eat dairy, I often end up going for vegan food at the Urban Spice. I need protein in my life. I work out a lot. I'm on testosterone, so I'm here to build muscle, baby. Let's get that protein shake, those avocado rolls, little shrimp in there too. Oh yeah, so good. And of course, I'm going to be drawing at the same time. I'm pretty much never not drawing. It's part of me. I've always been this way. I'm very, very fortunate to be somebody who doesn't feel like turning my passion into work ruined it for me. Honestly, it's only deepened my love and appreciation for all the art forms I do: painting, drawing, tattooing. I keep saying this and it sounds ridiculous, but I really am super fortunate to have this job. It really does suit me super well. Around 2:45, I'm getting set back up. We're getting ready for client number 2. And here we go. We're heading into a sigil, which is tattooed around a scar, which explains the redness and the swelling there. I've almost always got something to do after work, and around 5 p.m., I take a walk and I head to Westboro to Grey Whale Barbershop, where I'm going to get a little fade done. I see Hunter at Grey Whale. This is possibly, in my opinion, the best barbershop in the city with the best trained barbers. And I went in looking extremely scruffy. It had been a very long time since I had a haircut, and I came out looking like this. Pretty darn sharp. Testosterone has made my hair curl a little bit, so we're trying out new styles. Ain't no rest for the wicked. Heading downtown to have a meeting with the Ottawa Fringe Festival to put on a little burlesque show for them this year as part of their community programming. I am so lucky to also work in the performing arts field on the side. I finally made it home to dissociate for a good 15 to 20 minutes before I had to get up and make myself food. One of my favorite meals is protein pancakes. This is buckwheat flour, protein powder, maple syrup, blueberries, an egg, and some water, and that's really it. And I'm trying to get a good shot of this, but Marley is after the pancakes. He loves margarine. And I'm just sitting down to eat, watching a little bit of YouTube. And this is my partner, Benji, coming to say hi. And I'm going to finish this up. And then, you guessed it, I'm back to drawing for the next day. I do the line art for my drawings and send them to my clients ahead of time, but I will almost always do a color version as well, just for me to test it out. And I like to do that the night before as well, just to get into the right headspace for the tattoo and make sure I've got a plan going in. Thanks everyone for watching. This is really a realistic day in my life. I'm off to bed with the kitties. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.